Attention 007.
Right, this top 10 list is another one where I probably shouldn't be saying this because it's my top 10 favourite James Bond movies. And the reason why I say that is because every time James Bond is on the telly, I want to watch it. Because I say, oh, that's my favourite James Bond one. I've got them all on Blu-ray, but every time I'm on the telly I feel the need to watch them again because it's my favourite one. And when my wife says, well, wasn't that one your favourite one? No, that's my favourite one. So I probably shouldn't say the list in case she watches this video, but there we are. So as I'm talking, actually I might do it, as I'm talking now, I'm going to put on, I've literally got all of the James Bond autographs. I'm not going to go through the autographs I've got Felix Leiter, I've got some of the baddies from James Bond, but I'm literally going to put pictures up of all the James Bond, because I've got autographs of all of them, and that's really cool. So, a couple I've met in person, met Roger Moore in person, I've met George Lazenby in person. Some I wrote off to, Daniel Craig I wrote off to when he was filming in Prague for the first film. Pierce Brosnan was filming in Canada, I believe it was. I wrote off to him there, got it signed. So I've got all the Bonds signed, so like, yes, well done for me. But anyway, on with the list. So number 10 on my list is Casino Royale. And that's not the Casino Royale with David Niven in, with Peter Sellers, I think it is, and Woody Allen. This is the Casino Royale with Daniel Craig, because that was, I think, his best film. It was a film that needed redoing because the book is really good. It needed to be retold, and it was a good film. So a good film. Number 9 on my list is You Only Live Twice. That's a Sean Connery film. I'll tell you why I love that film. It's a good film that it's the first time you see Blofeld, because normally you only just see shadows of him stroking his little cat and all that. But I love it. It's set in Japan, and I just love the Japanese. Probably goes back to when I used to watch a TV series called Shogun. So I love that film. Really love that film. Next one is number 8 on the list, which some people regard as the best James Bond film, but it is number 8 on my list. That's the George Lazenby film on Her Majesty's Secret Service. That one was a really cool film. It's when he got married, James Bond, and then obviously, if you've not seen it, I'm going to ruin it, but his wife dies at the end. So yes, because you can't really marry James Bond off, really. But a good film. Again, what I love about the Bond films is the spectacular scenery and locations they film these things in, you know. Number 7 on my list is Goldfinger. Goldfinger. Great song, great movie. Aston Martin DB5, great. If you watch it closely, if you're in England, when he leaves England to fly out to, I think it's Austria, on hunt of Goldfinger, he leaves from Southend Airport. Southend Airport, which is only like that way somewhere. Or is it that way? I don't know, but it's like Southend Airport. To watch that, you see, oh my goodness, he's flown from Southend, not Gatwick or Heathrow, from Southend. It's there. But anyway, a great film that one. Number 6 on my list is what I think is the best film by what's his name? His name's gone out of my head now. Pierce Brosnan. Is GoldenEye. That was his first film and arguably his best film by a mile. He only made 4 films, but that was his best film by a mile. Yes, great opening sequence, good ending. Just a really good film that one. Number 5 on my list is, there's only 2 Timothy Dalton films. I do quite like his films, but the one that's on the list for me is Licence to Kill. That one is a really good film, and I'll tell you why, for 2 reasons. One, it's got I forget his name now. I should write the names down. I always forget everyone's name. He's in charge of the sanctuary, and he is actually currently, and has been forever, singing in Las Vegas. He goes Duggashan, Duggashan. That bloke who sings that, I forget his name now. But what I like about that film, Bond goes a bit rogue. It's the first time I think I've seen a film where Bond has got blood on his face. I could be wrong, but it's like you can see visible blood on his face. Robert Dabbie was the baddie. I've met Robert Dabbie. It's a good film. Number 4 on my list is Moonraker. Moonraker, I adore that film. Absolutely adore that film. again, some good locations. It's kind of like the Bond version of Let's Do Star Wars, because they had made it sort of like laser fights in space, but the space shuttle was in it. It was Jaws was in it again. It's his second film. Jaws found love at the end. It's just a great. I just love Moonraker. Love Moonraker. I love them all, but I just love that film. Number 3 on my list is another Sean Connery film, Diamonds Are Forever. Now, I do love that film a lot, because Sean Connery did a number of films, then he decided to leave the role, and then George Lazenby come into it. Then somehow, I don't think George Lazenby quite pulled in the box office figures, so they enticed Sean back to do one more film. And it is, I think, his best film. I do love that film a lot. But my wife has kind of ruined it for me. She's ruined it for me, because at the end of the film, there's a bloke doing a countdown, like 10 seconds and counting. And I didn't think anything of it, he's just doing a countdown. Till my wife goes, 15 seconds and counting, 14 seconds and counting. It's like, you've ruined it, you've ruined my film for me. And but yes, so Diamonds Are Forever. It's just, and it's set in Las Vegas. You know, as you've probably seen from some other vlogs, I love Las Vegas. So it's set in Las Vegas, so what more could you want in a Bond film as well? It's set in Las Vegas. Number 2 on my list is Roger Moore. Roger Moore is Octopussy. Man, I love that film. As my wife will testify, every time it comes on, the baddie in that one is Louis Jordan, and he plays Kamal Khan, I think it is. There's one line he has in it. He goes, Octopussy, Octopussy. And I always say that to my wife. It's Octopussy. What's that? Sorry, Octopussy. Octopussy. It's a great film, and it's in the circus as well. So there's a circus thing going on. If you watch it again, watch it again. When they go to the circus, when I think they are in Germany at that point, and they start talking to some American military bloke. Watch that bloke, because that bloke, every time I see him I go, it's him. What do you mean it's him? It's him. He's from not from Monty Python, but he's from Fawlty Towers. He's in the episode The Waldorf Salad. He's the one asking Basil Fawlty for a Waldorf salad. Don't you know what a Waldorf salad is? And he's in that. I go, it's him. From Fawlty Towers. But I love that. Octopussy it was almost my number 1, but I went back to what is the best Bond film ever, and it is going to be Roger Moore, because Roger Moore is the best. No one does a oof like Roger Moore. When he gets a oof, oof, no one does an oof like Roger Moore, you know. But the best film, Roger Moore, and best Bond film ever is Live and Let Die. It's got everything for me. It's got a great baddie who I've met, Kananga, who's like a double baddie. You had Jane Seymour, who in my opinion is the best Bond girl ever, probably the best girl ever in a movie ever. It's got Felix Leiter, as he could come back as a new Felix Leiter who I've met. Roger Moore at his best. A phenomenal soundtrack, you know, Live and Let Die. I'm not sure if I've done it yet, or I'm going to sing it, because Guns N' Roses sung it as well. It just ticked all the boxes. You had the I forget his name now. He was the bloke who'd done sort of the voodoo. Ah ha ha! He's doing that laughing. It's just brilliant. It's a brilliant film. So again, if you only ever watch one James Bond, watch Live and Let Die. It's just the best, because nobody does it better than Sir Rog.